my craft supplies laying down, so I'm going to show you what we will need for this DIY. We are going to need, of course, our tumbling tile blocks. I have also a couple of the smaller blocks to show you also how much you need when you have only the smaller blocks. I'm going to do my best to explain it. Of course, my glue gun, my glue sticks, my wood glue, because most of the time I glue everything with my wood glue. Some scissors, a little cutting for wire. I have some brushes and of course some paint. I have my schoolboy paint. I have some sanding colors paint of sand color paint. That's a better word. And of course, like everyone knows, I'm from the Netherlands, so everything is sometimes a little bit mixed up with Dutch and English, so don't mind that. And I have some beeswax. So of course, these are the main pieces what we're going to need. And what we're going to make, we are going to make little cute boxes with a little drawers inside and a little bit in the twist. So you will see how this will turn out. I make drawers before, but I didn't make it in this way. So we will see how this will turn out. So the first step, what we're going to do, because we also make drawers and we have need some bottoms in our drawers, and the bottoms are not the size of my block, so I have to get my jigsaw and I have to saw them out. You also can do it with your hand saw, but it's a little bit more difficult. Maybe your husband can, if you a little bit scared of using it your own, you can make your husband cut them, because they will be 6 by 6 if you have the larger blocks. I was looking for the smaller blocks, how much you need, but for this stacking drawers, it is a little bit too hard to make them from the smaller blocks. It is a measurement you never get with your smaller blocks. So I really hope everyone can find them online on Amazon or Temu or AliExpress, or maybe somewhere in a hardware store. But of course, I really hope you can find them. A lot of you can find them already, but not everyone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the bottoms, at least the base for my bottoms. So there's 3 blocks. So I'm going to do 3 blocks together, and I want to make 4 drawers. So I'm going to glue this. This is already number 1 of one bottom. I'm going to lay it aside, and again we're going to make another, and we let this really dry very well, because we need to use our jigsaw, and then you have to be sure that everything is dried up real nice. And this is number 2, and this is number 3. Very easy, just glue it together. And number 3, just squeeze it, press it down, and make a nice straight line. And the last of our bottoms, this will be number 4, and this one. And of course, I'm going to squeeze it and press it down like this. So we have now 4 bottoms, and in a moment they are now 7 by 7 centimeters, because the blocks are 7 centimeters long. And if you do 3 of them, then you have the same measurement. If you do 1 on this side, you see this is the same measurement. Now you have 7 by 7, and I need for my bottom 6 by 6. So there has to be a little piece of the sides, not a lot, but a little piece. So I'm going to let this dry in for a half hour. They are drying now a couple of minutes, and I'm going to get my wet old towel, and I'm going to wipe away the glue which is coming out, so we get a nice cleaner surface to work with. So again, wipe it away, and now we have 4 pieces which are very nicely, and now we're going to let this dry further. So our bottoms are drying. What we're going to do, we're going to make the sides of our drawers, and it's also very easy. Just do 3 blocks, do some glue on the side on only 2, and again, like we did the same with the bottoms, squeeze it, press it down, and for each drawer, of course, we need 4 of 3. Number 1 and number 2, and we're closing it up with number 3, and again squeeze it and press it down, and the third one. Of course, if you are here and you are a little bit bored because this is step by step, of course, I totally understand. You can skip forward, of course, but I always do my DIY step by step so everyone can make them themselves in their home, and always try to look how far you can come with your tumbling tile blocks, because it's always a challenge how far do you get with your blocks. So, but if you're bored, maybe you can, this channel is maybe not for you, but of course I hope you stay and maybe you even enjoy it. And now we already have the 4 pieces, and these are already the 4 pieces for our first drawer, but of course we need 4 of them. So we are going to build further with drawer number 2, and then we're going to do number 3 and number 4. But don't worry, I will do it a little bit faster. Don't worry that you have to look to all those blocks. So this one I'll do together with you, and then I'm going to do it a little bit faster. I know you were scared a little bit that you thought I have to look to all those blocks until she's ready. I will do it a little faster. So we have all the parts of our drawers, of course 4 sides for each drawer, here 4 and here 4, and of course we have 4 for our bottom. And if we let this dry in again for at least for this time a couple of hours, and then I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to sign out 7 by 7 into 6 by 6. Here I have my 4 bottoms and I have my ruler, and I'm going to measure out 6 by 6. So very easy. This is until here. And I'm going to do also a line over here. And now I'm going to connect them together. Very easy. Of course I have to press a little bit better or else the line is not straight. This is already 1 centimeter off, and now I'm going to do it also from this side. And this is 1. And on this side we are going to do also 1. Like this, and we're going to connect them together like this. So now you know already what to cut out, this side, and then you already have your bottom 6 by 6. So I measured out all my 4 bottoms, and now I'm going to get my jigsaw and I'm going to saw my bottoms out so we can make our drawers. So I did cut out our little bottoms, and of course it is not totally straight because it's very difficult to get it straight, but we will work with it even when I draw my lines. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my 4 blocks. What I'm going to do over here, here and here, of course I'm going to do some glue on one side. These are the normal sides, just the 3 blocks like this, and I'm going to do some glue on the side, and I'm going to place this one against it and this way. Very easy. Now I'm going to take a bottom. So this is the 2.5 almost, and I'm going to go totally around with my glue on the side this way, and on this way, and on this way. You see here, and now we're going to lay it down over here just on your table. Squeeze it lightly inside of your box, and this way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give 1 line of glue over here, and I'm going to place it against this one. So very easy, and this way. And now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do some glue on this side, and I'm going to do on this side. So I showed you a little bit better in a moment. So you see one on this side and one on this side like this, and then if you have glued it correctly, you can squeeze it in and you get a nice square. So again, squeeze it, press it a little and keep it in place for a couple of minutes until it is a little bit dried in, and then you can loosen it up and let it dry on its own. So, but of course I will do this without my camera because it takes much too long for you. So we already have 2 drawers done, and I'm going to do the other 2 out of camera because that's a little bit too much of gluing, and then we're going to go let it dry for at least half an hour. So all our little drawers are already dried up. I still give them a couple of I think maybe 20-15 minutes extra because I want to be sure that they are really ready to paint. So I'm going to lay this 4 apart, and we are going to make the frames of our dresser. At least the dresser will be in parts, so we will see how this will turn out. You see already I have my placemat clean. We are going to go further with the dresser itself. We are going to make not 3, but we're going to go for 4 blocks. And 1, number 2, and number 3, because number 4 will be the closure up like this. Squeeze it and press it down like this. And this is already 1. We go again for side number 2. This is 1, this is 2. And this is number 3, and again we will close them up, and we have already part number 2 of 4, again 3, 4, and of course I have to wipe it away or else we will be under the glue. And again number 1 and number 2 and number 3. And we're closing this one up also, and you see already one is bigger than the other one, but we were going to work with it because in every package you get blocks which are different. So I always say we have to work with it, or else you can throw away lots of blocks, and that's really not something I like to do, because the blocks are not totally inexpensive. They are here $2.99. So for a package, so you have them a lot cheaper if you have the smaller block, but this is of course the bigger blocks, and this is number 4. So I'm going to go this one. This is already 1 dresser. Here I already have the first side of the first dresser. I'm going to go for the next one. Of course I'm going to again for 4 blocks, and I'm going to make 4 rows of 4 blocks of 4. So I think that's a better English. So we make 4 rows of 4 blocks. So I'm only doing a couple of them together, and then you can do the rest on your own. And this is number 1 again. And I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do it a little bit faster. Number 2 and number 3, and always use the last one as a closure up. And this way. Squeeze it, press it, and bring it down, and make sure that you have a nice straight line. And you see here all our dresser sides are finished. Of course I don't have a back side, they are just will be open, so for the only the drawer you can inside. But you see it in a moment, don't worry, it will be okay. So I'm going to let this dry for half an hour, and then we're going to make the first side of our dresser. All our pieces of 4 are dried up. What we're going to do, we take 4 of the 4 blocks, and we are going to place them this way. What we're going to do, we're going to do glue on one side on the top side. We're going to place it down and we're going to glue this one against it. Just squeeze a little and let it dry in. We're going to get another one. We're going to do some glue on the side. Very easy, and we're going to place it not on this side, but we're going to place it against it because we want to have a square. And this is one. Now we're going to do this one. And of course, you see already this one is longer than this one. So we have to do one on the top and one on the front. So this one is for this side. And if we do this one over here, this one will be for this side. So we're placing it in very gently and we're closing it up and we just work a little bit with it so we get a nice square, and this way. And now we're going to, if we have it readjusted the way we want to have it, then we're going to let it dry for a half hour. So this one is drying and I'm going to make the rest of our outside of our dresser. So, but I do it a little bit faster. To do right now, we're going to make a bottom and a top, because here are our 4 drawers, and of course here are our 4 frames of our dresser. And what I'm going to do, you see already I have a couple of my blocks which have a brand. You see there's always one in the packet has a brand, so but don't like to throw it away, so I'm going to use it as an underside. So I'm going to take 6 blocks and I'm going to, this is 4, 5 and 6, and I'm going to glue them together first on this side, and then I'm going to turn it over, of course, because we don't want to see the brand. But now you still can use the brand and you don't have to throw any block away, because I don't like that. It's a waste of your materials. And this one is just too short, so that's why I don't use this one, because he is really short. So I'm going to squeeze it, press it, and make a nice straight line. I'm going to do with this 6 the same. This is 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, and 6 will be again the closure up. And this way, and make a nice straight line, squeeze it and press it down. And make sure that you have at least here a straight line and on this side a straight line, so you can easily glue it together. So I have to feel with my fingers if the lines are the same. And also over here, make sure that you have a straight line at least on one of the sides when you glue it together. So I let this dry in for a couple of minutes. So I gave it a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to place one of the on the side. I'm doing some glue over here on the line, and I'm going to place it down again, and I'm going to squeeze them together like this. And this is already the bottom, and now we're only going to make the top, also from 6 blocks 2 times and then glue together, but I will do that faster. All the pieces are dried up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my paint, and I'm going to use a sand color chalk paint. It's very neutral tone, but you can do anything you like. This will be also a dresser which is a little bit different. It's not a normal dresser, it's just an idea I have in my head, but I don't know if this will work out, so we will see. So I'm going to paint all the pieces in my neutral color. Whoa. It's a difficult word for a Dutch lady. So I'm going to give it a little coloring, and then you will see in a moment the next step. all the pieces are painted, and of course what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the bottom. I have the bottom, of course, one with the brands under it, and of course I did some fills for against scratching my table. So I'm going to place this one down, and I'm going to take this one. But what I'm going to do, because I want to give it a little bit more heightness, because it is a little bit of a dresser drawer with a twist, because this is not a dresser you just pull out of open your drawers. This is an open drawer, so it looks a little bit different, but I thought I want to do something else because I already made dressers before. So if you want to see how I made the dresser, I have one on this channel and I have one on the other channel on Deco Easy. So if you want to see the dresser, go over to the description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my wood glue, and I'm going to do some wood on the underside of this kind of wooden pieces, and I'm going to place them in each corner like this and on the same height. You see, this is just this kind of wooden pieces. You can buy them anywhere. And I'm going to do some glue on this one, and again place them in the corner, and this way. I'm going to do over here the same, and then I'm going to let it dry in for at least a half hour before we can place the other top on it. And of course it is a little bit of a risk what I'm taking, but this whole dresser is a risk, so I have really no idea, like I told you, how this will turn out. But I always say you have to look for where the tumbling tile blocks can bring you, and I always love to do something different. And this one, and I have to do this one a little bit more forward because he's a little bit out of the line. So go ahead, check it out, and I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to do some glue on the tops, and we're going to place this one above. So I did wait a couple of minutes, like 15 minutes. Now I'm going to do the difficult part, and I hope this will work because it's a little little piece you can glue on. So I'm going to do a little dot of my wood glue. And this glue is drying up in the transparent, and if it is a little bit white, you can easily wipe it away with your knife later. So I'm going to place it on top and make sure that you have it in the middle. I'm going to place it over here. I'll measure out with my hands where I need to be, this way, and of course I need to go a little this way, like this, and I'm going to look for if I still have it in a straight line with my, like this. So I'm going to let this dry in. In the meantime, our bottom is drying. I'm going to get my 4 open frames of our kind of drawers, for our drawers, I have to say. I think I'm going to do one this way, and I'm going to stack them up. And you can stack them up anyway. You can do them just 4 on top of each other. You can do it this way. You can do them a little bit sideways and so go around. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go, I think that they are coming over a little bit and this way. So I have to look that I have it in the straight line like this. So I'm just going to do some glue in the middle, just over here. And I'm going to place them. You see already I'm doing this, and I'm just going to make sure that I have it in place, and I have to look for a straight line. And you can do anything you like. If you want to do it a different way, it's also fine too. You have to do what you think it's right. I think I need to go a little bit this way, because or else this one will be too big. And now I think he is almost on the place I want to have it, like this. And I'm going to squeeze a little. And now we're going to do some glue on the one above, like this. And we're going to get another one, and I'm going to go over and I'm going to change this one also. And I'm going to go for this side, and I have it almost over here and this one over here. Just look around how you want to have it. And this is a little bit more, so I have to go a little bit this way and this way. And I think I can squeeze it and squeeze this one. And now I only need to do the last one, and you see already it's almost too high. I'm going to do also some glue on this one. And I'm going to place my last piece, and I'm going to place it above. Of course, you don't see that anymore because it's already too high. And here you see how he is in totally. I did let it dry overnight. And you see already I just changed the sides up a little. Each time, I think a quarter, I turned them around. But like I said earlier, you can do it any way you like. This will be a little kind of a dresser, maybe a kind of an, yeah, how you call it. It's not really a dresser, but a dresser would be if you do the little drawers inside of here this way. But I'm not going to do it because I'm going to give mine a turn. Of course, and I'm going to place it like this inside. You see, I'm just going to do it halfway, and I'm going to do the other one in the other side. So I'm going to make it turn and turn and turn. And I'm going to decorate it. That's why I'm going to give mine a little kind of a different look, but you can do anything you like. So, but before I'm going to place all the boxes or drawers inside, of course I have my underpiece, and you know I did the little pieces inside of here, and I'm going to give them a little kind of layer with my same paint I have for my yeah, of course, my bottom, and I'm going to give it the same color. Of course, you can do before you glue it, and you want to have it in a different color, then you have to paint them first and then glue them in between. But I am going to do it in the same color like this. So I will finish this off, and then we're going to glue this one on top of here, and then we can decorate it. So now I'm going to place my frames on top. I'm going to get some wood glue. And again, I'm just do some wood glue in the middle, just over here, like this. And I'm going to place my frames in the middle, but a little bit sideways, just like, I think a little bit like this. So very easy, just make sure that you know where you want to have it, and the spaces in between, like this. And I'm going to press it down, and I'm going to let this dry, of course, at least for an hour before we're going to get our boxes or drawers inside, and we are going to decorate it. So my frames are drying over here. What I did, I just took out some things I had in my stash, and a couple of things I just bought recently, because like this, I did buy this kind of this. You see a little owl, a little squirrel, and a hedgehog, if I am correctly, and they were only, all three of them were only 99 cents of $1.99. I have to be precise, I think $1.99, and that's similar like dollars. So, and I'm really happy. These are ceramic, so I'm going to use a couple of them for this one. Of course, I also bought a couple of the little bird houses, and what I did, I am going to get my paint, and this is chalk paint, but a little bit more of a chocolate brown, and it fits a little bit with my little cute owls. So I'm going to paint two of them in the brown color. So I'm going to do it very easy, just get it by hand, and I'm just going to go and paint this one very fast in the same color, like this. So I will take my time for it, but in a moment you see the next step. So the little bird houses are painted, and you see already on top here was a little twine. I took it out because I don't like the twine. What I did, I just take a piece of the greenery, and you see here this one has a little stamp. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my scissor. I'm going to do with one point, I'm going to go inside, make the hole a little bit bigger, like this. And if everything is correctly, then I can get my stamp very easy inside of here. So I have to work with it, and you see he is fitting inside of here. Now I have two little birdhouses with a little bit of greenery inside. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get my frames, of course, and I'm going to get my drawers or boxes, just like I call it. I'm going to place them, and I'm going to do them halfway. I'm going to do this open side here, and I'm going to do the open side from this one. I'm going to do over here. Of course, I have to look what I'm doing, like this, and I'm going to get this one, and he will be open over here, and this is one. And of course the other one will be over here. You don't see it, or I'm sorry, you can't see it. And you see right now you have open pieces everywhere. And now I'm going to decorate it. So I'm going to keep it very easy. I can place one of the birdhouses over here. I'm going to do on the other side the birdhouse over here on the open side, like this. And now I already have two pieces over here. You see, oh, here's one and here's the other one. Now I'm going to place some greenery, and maybe I was thinking I have here some leaves for the fall, because I'm going to decorate this one for the fall season, but you can decorate it for any season. I'm just going to get which leaves I like the best. I think I'm going for this one and for this one, and I'm going to lay them over each other this way, and I think I'm going to do some glue, and I'm going to place them under our birdhouse. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to take the bigger leaf, and I'm going to do some glue on the ending, and I'm going to place this one a little sideways on top of this one. Be careful, don't burn yourself, because it is very hot. And I think because the inside insert is not too big, I think I have to look for it. But you see already he's not totally staying in place. And maybe if I squeeze my birdhouse over it, he will. So I will first going to look if he stays. Yes, he is staying in place. That's a great thing. You see already. Now I'm going to do also for the other one. I'm going to get two leaves, a little this one and this one. And again, I'm going to, and you do this, you can do this with any color of leaves. I chose for a little bit the darker orange, but you can do anything you like. So like this. And it is always very easy to make a very nice bundle, which gives a lot of coloring. And again, I'm going to get this out. I'm going to place this in between to the back side, and I'm going to place this one over it and make sure that everything goes inside like this in the middle. And now you also have some orange coming out. This is already one of the boxes. Now I'm going to go for the frames which are still open, is this one, and I'm going to do it with some a little owl, and I think I'm going for the little bit more like the yellow color. Again, I'm going to cut it off. I only rip it off, but you can of course get a scissor, and I'm going to do this on top of here, and again make sure that you don't burn yourself. And I'm going to look for, and I think I'm going to give it one little tip with glue, so I'm sure that it will stay inside, and I glue it a little bit sideways and this way. And then I'm going to get my little owl, and he can stand exactly over here. Of course, I hope you can see it. And I will do the last open piece, and this will totally on top, and you can see it, but you will see this in a quick impression. right now I'm almost done, and you saw me doing it in one speed. You saw me kind of a little bit decorated because I was so debating what to do. I took already my little birdhouse out because I didn't like it. It was not the coloring which was okay. So I have now a couple of things on my table, and I'm going to use the smaller pumpkins, the little ones. They are also ceramic, and I think they look a little bit better if I can do one over here, and I'm going to do a little bit sideways inside the little drawer. And this is already one, and I'm going to do on the other side. I don't know if you still can see it. If I'm correctly, I'm going to close a little bit closer to you, and I have another one, and I'm going to place this one also on the back and a little bit sideways, so this way. And now I'm going to do, only as a finishing touch, I'm going to do a little piece on top. I painted it already. It's normally in the blank color from your wood, but I already painted it in the black color, and I'm going to place it totally on top of my piece. And I don't know if you can see it already. He is over here. You see already like this. So in a moment you see a quick impression.